Hey guys, welcome to my home with Monty Renee. I'm Monty Renee, and today I'm excited to share with you one of my family's favorite snacks, my Ooey Gooey chocolate chip cookie. So if you want to learn how to make this delicious cookie, stay tuned because I'm going to show you everything that you need to follow along at home. Let's get started. I will also leave all the ingredients in the description below. You're going to need 1 1/4 cup of flour, 1 stick of unsalted melted butter, 8 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate chips, 3/4 cup of packed brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 eggs, a half a cup of confectioners sugar, and 1 teaspoon of pure almond extract or vanilla extract. And when you're mixing everything together, you're just going to want to remember to give it a good mixture in between each addition. I'm using my stand mixer with my paddle attachment. If you don't have a stand mixer, a hand mixer is fine, or some good old elbow grease. We're going to start with the brown sugar, the slightly melted butter, and 1 egg. You're going to get those fully incorporated before you add any other ingredient in. And if you're wondering how melted my butter is, I left it in the microwave for 30 seconds. And once that's all mixed together, go ahead and add that second egg in and give it a good mix. Then you're going to want to go ahead and add in your half cup of sugar and fully combine that. And here's where you're going to want to add in your extract. I'm using pure almond extract because it's my favorite flavor, and scent you can use vanilla extract if you like. Pour in your salt and your baking powder and go ahead and give that a whisk. So you're going to want to only add in half of your flour until that's fully incorporated on a high speed. Wipe down the sides of your bowl to make sure you don't miss any of the ingredients. And go ahead and add the rest of your flour in. Start on a low speed, and then you'll want to take it up to a high speed to get it fully incorporated. And then you will see your dough get sticky and a light brown color. I would say the most important part is about to happen, so you're going to want to scrape down the sides of your bowl to make sure you didn't miss anything, and then you're going to want to whip this on medium-high speed for your last time before you add your chocolate chips in. Now if you don't like the chocolate chips, now is the time to take some of the dough out and set it in the freezer for 30 minutes. When you stop this, you're going to go ahead and dump in your chocolate chips and start on a low speed and then bring it up to a high speed. And when your dough does that, you know you're going to have some delicious chocolate chip cookies. So scrape off your paddle or your whisk, and then you're going to want to scrape down the sides of your bowl. Get everything in the center of your bowl, cover this with some plastic wrap, and pop it in the freezer for 30 minutes. You don't want to waste any, so make sure you scrape down that spatula. When you take it out of the freezer, it should look like this. If you touch it, nothing will transfer to your finger, and that's how you know your dough is ready. I have an ice cream scoop with a trigger release, a cookie baking sheet, a wax paper, and some extra chocolate chip morsels. When I scoop out my dough, I scoop it in the ice cream scoop and slide it up the side so that I know all my chocolate chip cookies will be the same size. You're going to want to spread out your cookie dough. I got 6 onto this baking sheet and then top them with some extra chocolate chip morsels, which is optional. And you're going to want to pop these in the oven on your middle rack for 15 to 19 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, or until the edges are nicely browned and crispy and the centers are still nice and ooey gooey. So as you've seen, I did spread out my cookies pretty far, but they still ended up touching each other. But that's okay because they're still delicious. So this is where the wax paper comes in handy. If you take the cookies straight off of the baking sheet, they will crumble underneath the cooling rack. So I just let them sit on the wax paper in the cooling rack for just a few minutes, just enough time to cut them apart from each other. And then I will take them off the wax paper and transfer them straight to the cooling rack. So if you can tell, these cookies are pretty big. That's my hand and that's the cookie. They're pretty massive. So once these are all cold, another thing that we like to do is pop ice cream in the middle and make ice cream cookie sandwiches. We just love that. If you have any suggestions of what you guys want to see next, go ahead and drop those in the comments below. And if you want your chocolate chip cookies to last you more than one day, put them in an airtight container and they should be nice and chewy on the inside and lightly crispy on the outside. Well, thank you guys for watching my Ooey Gooey chocolate chip cookie. If you like videos just like this one, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and the little bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. And if you follow me on Instagram, tag me. I want to see your guys' creation. I'll leave all the details in the description box below. And thank you guys for watching my home with me, Monty Renee, and we'll see you guys next time.